Welcome to the Toy Migos YouTube channel, you scurvy landlugger. So as stated earlier, we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Deadpool, Pirate Deadpool from the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure wave. And man, when I saw this thing, I was excited for it. I was like, dude, that I don't know why I think it's so cool. It's Deadpool. We have a million Deadpools. We're getting probably plenty more Deadpools. But this guy right here, I think what it is it just kind of like gives me a little bit of the nostalgia vibes from the 90s, from when I was a kid, and they had all these wacky Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. Like there was a Samurai Leonardo, a Surfer Michelangelo, just they had some wacky stuff, and it got wackier after I stopped collecting the line. But this has that vibe. It gives me that vibe. You've got this wacky looking Pirate Deadpool, and I don't know, man. I dig it. I can't get enough of this guy. So let's go ahead and look over this, Pirate Man, if you will. As you can see, we've got the gold paint in here. We've got a couple guns here in the holster. You get a gun and two swords with this guy. And we'll take those out and take a look at those in a second. But let's look at this cool pirate hat. How cool is that? He's got the little, bandana around his head to hold his hat on. And he comes with this cool cape. And he's got this, long piece here. I'm not sure what to call it. But man, this guy's really cool. So let's go ahead and go over his accessories real quick. We've got his musket, if you will. That could be completely wrong. It could not be a musket at all. It could just be a gun, I guess. Pistol, if you will. But it looks real cool, man. I like this. They added some paint there to give it that look. Definitely haven't had this, in a sculpt before in the line. So this is neat, fun, and new. We get the same sword that we got with Nightcrawler. So no big deal here, or no, nothing new going on here, which is cool. And then we get a samurai sword, because he's got to have one of each, apparently. So yeah, this guy's cool, man. There's some different articulation going on here, and we're going to go ahead and go over that. You can pop his head off to take off his cape here. As you can see, the sculpt is kind of cool on the cape. It's not a soft plastic, but it's not like a real tough plastic either. It's somewhere right in the middle. So that's cool. And then you've got this little, belt kind of thing here, strap, if you will. This comes off. It's also a fairly soft plastic as well. But let's go ahead and get into the articulation. Now, it's real similar to the Bucky Cat body, but, you don't get an ab crunch here, but you do get this kind of like G.I. Joe ball joint that the figure sits on. So you can see it just kind of moves all around like that. So he looks up about this far with everything off, that far down. I should probably put all of his stuff on, but I'll do that after. We'll go ahead and tackle that in a second. I love the little rips here along his shirt, like he just threw this piece on to to look like a pirate. Arms go up about that far and go all the way around. You got a bicep swivel, double hinge elbow, swivel with a hinge at the wrist. Bada bing, bada boom. As I stated earlier, you've got this, ball joint here in the torso, and I kind of want to pop this off. Am I going to break it if I do that? Yeah, I think I'm kind of stressing. It looks like so you've got a joint here moving up into the torso. And let's see. No, I'm not going to try it. Some heat, you could probably get it off. This piece is a little bit, harder than I would like. It's kind of doesn't give you much motion in the legs, so he's kind of restricted there. But the legs go up when you're really pushing it about that far. They don't go back hardly at all. I mean, you can try. It'd be neat to see someone actually kind of replace this with like a cloth clothing piece, so you could actually get all that articulation in there. But the other thing that I noticed is like the plastic they used on this guy is real kind of like rubbery-ish, if you will. So, so you got a swivel at the thigh there, double hinge knee, swivel at the shin, hinge at the ankle, and pivot. And his ankles are pretty loose, actually. I don't know why. But let's go ahead and get all his gear back on, if you will. It's really cool because you've got, two different holsters for the swords to kind of display him however you want. Now, one of the first things that I wanted to do was get this guy's hat off. I wanted to pull this off and, see what else I can make it fit on. But as you see here, you can just slide the swords into the sheaths on the side here. And I want to actually just do away with this one. This can go somewhere else and then get, another sword like this. So he's got two kind of buccaneerish swords, if you will. You could even got away with calling this Buccaneer Deadpool, but it'd be cool to pick up another one. So you've got two of these and then two of the musketeerish swords, I guess. Not musketeer. Just, it is what it is. So, like I said, what I wanted to do was get this hat off and see what I could do with that. So I'll be right back. And voila, there we have it. So I went ahead and dremeled this out so that I could use it on, other heads, if you will. And as you can see, these got these little dents here, and there's some leftover glue. It's glued on. So, I mean, you could really kind of maybe do some cool stuff if you filled this in here and, I guess kind of repurposed it. Could be cool to have, you can maybe do like a do-rag-ish version. You can make your own rap Deadpool, if you will. But let's go ahead and pop this head off and see what I was thinking about. So I've got the May shelf head here. Sits a little bit high, but what I wanted to do was pop this little hat on here because it kind of just gives it that vibe. See what I mean? It might be a little bit small, but you could probably fudge it and make it work, Just love this head sculpt. So it doesn't fit on the peg. It does just snap right onto the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure. But I might even Dremel this out a little bit more just so I can get it to sit a little bit lower on his head because I really like that look. I like how that looks. That just looks really cool to me. So let's go ahead and check out a couple other different heads here. Here we have the Deadpool. I don't know even what to call this one. The one where he doesn't have any pants on, I guess. You got that head on here, and that looks cool, and I'm digging that. And you can kind of throw that on there, and that looks really cool too, because you get that grin in there. And like I said, I think I definitely got to hollow this out a little bit more. My Dremel died, so I would have done that already. But yeah, you'd haul that out a little bit more. That looks cool, man. I like that. I'm digging that. That looks really neat. So there's a lot of like different fun little things you can do here. It's a lot of fun. Just little things here and there that could improve the figure if you want, the playability, if you will. I know some people are like, what do I want a Pirate Deadpool for? I'm not one of those people. I just really wanted one. So let's go ahead and see how well this head fits on here. if we just pop it on. So the colors match up pretty well with that one too. And I mean, you could always, maybe you don't want him with the bandana-esque thing on there. So that could look cool too. I mean, any one of these kind of intertwine, and you could switch between, because the plastics all kind of match the color. So that could work. But you just have to heat this thing off. And like I said, I got to Dremel that one down a little bit more. But let's go ahead and do some size comparisons and get you guys out of here. So as we've seen, here he is next to these other two Deadpool figures here. And here he is next to Lady Deadpool. And what is this? I guess classic Deadpool, if you will. Which both look good. And then here he is with a Hydra agent with the bob head on there, looking cool. And for a little bit more size, if you will, here he is next to Omega Red, looking pretty good. And then here he is next to Figma Deadpool. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Feel free to click like, click subscribe, leave a comment. Be sure to check out They're Not Dolls, our Quickie Minis, Monday through Wednesday, sometimes on Friday, at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then our 2-hour-long show on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Check out toymigos.com, Instagram, Facebook, all the things. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.